Christine, thank you for making time.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's begin with the Trump presidency, the last 4 years. What kind of impact has it had on both global politics and American politics?
Okay. Trump, as you know, is Republican, and Republicans are pro-nationalism. So meaning they're worried more about American state of affairs other than external affairs. So we do realize now from that policy, Trump presidency has meant that there has been less focus on international relations, and of course less focus on Africa, considering what he feels Africa is about. And yeah, have I answered your question?
Yeah, and I like the fact that you've brought about Africa. To what extent did Africa feature in the last 4 years in President Trump's administration? Have we seen any milestones, any deals that were signed in favor of Africa?
We have seen Africa feature a great deal in the presidency, but not in a good way. We have seen the cutback policy where he decided that he's going to run America like a corporate, where they reduced the spending and now they put in very strict measures in regards to expenditure even in Africa, which has seen a lot of, say, UN agencies downsize and shut down, and very many operations also as well. And recently there was an issue with the US aid wanting to pull out because of, in Kenya especially, because of the kind of funding they were giving that was going to the wrong places. So Trump administration has put Africa in a very tight position in regards to, he believes that the aid towards Africa should be cut, and it should actually lean towards more sending people to teach us about investment other than throwing good money after bad money. That's his policy. Yeah.
How about the global economy? We've seen Trump go head to head with China over their trade deals. So what has this presidency meant, not just for the Chinese, but for the global economy in general, and how America has been doing business and investment with other people?
What the Trump administration has done is practice what we call protectionism, which ideally is what most countries should be practicing, to protect your economy in favor of the industries that are in your economy. But what that has done is that it has posed a threat to everyone else's economy in terms of trade terms. And we know that China and US are very good trade allies. In fact, US is one of the largest recipients of Chinese goods. So a war, that kind of war, trade war, means it's a war with everybody. It's not just about China anymore. So when imposing tariffs and all, it makes exports to China to the US a bit more difficult. It makes the goods more expensive, and it means that Africans have to look for other markets, Kenya in particular. So it has been very aggressive. Trump has been very aggressive in terms of retaliating. When they're slapped with one thing, they fight with something else. And that's how he is. Even in character, he's very abrasive. He doesn't take anything, he doesn't take threats. So when he sees something going wrong, he wants it done correctly. And WTO actually does advocate for free trade. Now, he's going against WTO rules, and he's advocating for more protectionism just to protect the economy. Remember, I mentioned that his policies, Republicans are more about growing America and not the rest of the world. So it's either you toe the line or they don't trade with you at all. So they're willing to do anything it takes to protect the economy.
That is Trump's style of presidency. However, he has a
Yes.
worthy opponent in Joe Biden, and polls are in the favor of Joe. Should Joe win, what would his 4-year tenure mean for his relations with Africa and Kenya, so to say?
Okay. Let me begin by linking it to the Trump administration. His sentiments towards Africa has brought a lot of ill feelings towards Americans, and it has drawn a very big wedge between Africans and Americans. But Joe Biden is a Democrat, and Democrats are all inclusive. They're peace-loving people. They're more towards international relations. So in terms of African relations with the Joe Biden administration, they are looking at a more friendlier relationship. They're looking at cooperating and investing in Africa, other than just cutting trade links and cutting all forms of aid. And also in terms of Kenya, remember during Obama, we were doing very well in terms of relations and the visits to Africa, and we had Yali initiative that was introduced by Obama. and that was meant to raise leaders in Africa. And with the with the win, predicted win of Joe Biden, that is supposed to return. That there's now going to be a friendly relationship between the U.S. and Africa in terms of growth of Africa, because they're predicting Africa has a large population growth, even the trend that is going to it's taking. There's going to be a large population. So that means that they need to have a strategy to take advantage, so to speak, of Africa's growth, other than what has been happening with Trump.
Well, despite what the polls say, even in 4 years ago, the polls were in favor of Hillary and Trump won. Should President Trump win a second term in office, what would this mean?
In terms of Africa, I do not see any change because he has not said that any policy has implemented is wrong. Immigration policies are going to be stronger, meaning that for immigration policies, it means this is targeting Africans and Asia, and a lot of Asian countries. So we have seen less and less immigrants moving to Africa over the last 4 years in terms of being returned back to their country and all. That's not going to change. Trade terms, not going to change. He actually is a proponent of fighting against corruption in African countries, which is a good thing, but the way it has been done is questionable. Some of the things we believe that Trump has done badly or wrong is actually helpful to Africa because we have seen cases of good money being brought to Africa and it goes to other sources. So his idea is not just to give, is to teach Africans to fish for themselves, while for the other party, the Democrats, they believe in cooperation, meaning give and give more. And so I honestly, I'm a bit 50-50 in regards to the Trump win and the Biden win, because Biden means more cooperation, more trade, but in terms of Trump, it means more controls, more measures, and it teaches Africans to now depend on themselves, to look within other African countries and form associations.
Christine, 30 seconds on my clock. Where are you putting your money? Polls are saying what they're saying in favor of Joe Biden, but who knows? From where you stand, where are you putting your money?
The popular vote is going to Joe Biden, but I want to take a risk and say that no matter what you think about the Americans, I think they will vote for Trump. So I'm putting my money on Trump. I might not like him so much. I might not agree with all his policies, but I'm putting my money on Trump.
Thank you, Christine.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.